My name is Brian Morrow. I am the Mitsubishi product specialist with Olympus Controls, and today we're going to talk about how to set up an IQ R R04EN CPU with GX Works3. Mostly just looking at connections today and how to send the program to the PLC. So as I mentioned, it's an R CPU, and we are doing an R04EN. There are other options in here depending on what you have. And you can also switch between our CPU or whichever CPU you might have. But yeah, so we don't care too much about programming language today, so we're just going to jump right into it. Project will get created. Okay. First thing you'll notice is there is some red text here. Typically this indicates that the program has not been converted or rebuilt. And we can easily do that by going up to this drop down. We'll rebuild all, which will also do a conversion at the same time, and clear out this seemingly error situation that we had going on. Now, we are ready to start connecting to the PLC. So we will go online and we will set up current connection destination. We're going to start with USB because this is the easiest. That's what I always tell people. If you're going to connect to the PLC for the first time and you don't know, maybe you don't know what you're doing, or you just want something very easy to set up where you don't need the IP address, just set it up exactly like this. And you'll see how easily we can connect to it. From here, we will get into Ethernet. So I'm going to swap my cables here. And right now, if you have an R04 CPU, you only have one port to plug into. But if you have one of the EN modules, and this could be any number tied to it, if it's an R08 EN or whatever, you may have 3 ports that you can connect to. The one that I'm referring to is the first port, technically on the first slot, since it's a 2-slot PLC. And once you're connected to that, we can start setting this up. On the PC side, we're no longer doing USB serial. Let's go to Ethernet. We will clear our settings. Fine. So now this is where it can get a little messier. We are actually connecting to the PLC module. No specification. And it is important to note that each of these selections can be double-clicked for further settings. It will default to connection via hub. I am directly connected, but for proof of concept, we can go ahead and fill this out. It is important to note that your IP address subnet does need to match on your PC to the PLC. This specific one is 50. So my CP or my PC, I don't know if it showed it here earlier. You'll see it in a bit. But my subnet does match, so my first 3 octets are the same. And then from here, you should be able to find the CPU or the PLC. Says it doesn't find it. Give it a second. There we go. And it does populate, so we can detect it. I'm not going through a hub, but this does still work if you're directly connected. It's easier if you're just directly connected. We'll just do OK. And then from here, I highly recommend going to whatever selection you have in this row, double-clicking on it, and changing the check at communication time down to like 5. Reason being is this is how long it takes to time out. If you make a mistake, which we don't make mistakes, but they might happen to other people and we want to warn them. So we'll change this down to 5, so that way we're not waiting too long to get back to testing. From here, we want to do CPU module direct coupled setting, especially in my case. So I don't have I have an adapter, so if you're not connecting, this could be why. Here's my IP address, so you'll see that my subnet, my first 3 octets do match, and that is important. So we'll just say yes. We can't configure those. Okay, so now let's do a connection test. And we are connected. Great. From here, we will connect to port 1 on the EN part of our PLC. Port 1. And it is plugged in, but if I go to do a connection test, let's make sure this is 5. If I go to do a connection test, you'll see that it hangs up. Now, if we had this set to 30, we'd be sitting here a lot longer, get this nice, beautiful, long error. But we know it's wrong, so that's okay. We're going to change our PLC side from PLC module over to Ethernet. Yep, we know we're going to lose our settings. Perfectly fine. Double click in here. You can set it up this way. And you'll notice the PLC type is also calling out RJ71, EN71, which is what the EN portion of the R04, whatever number you have PLC, is referring to. So we'll go to Ethernet port direct connection. Okay. We do still have to specify something in the other station setting, even though we can't select no specification. We'll click other station, change this back down to 5, and we should be good to go. Great. So now we're connected. So those are 3 different ways that you connect to the PLC. If you had, say, another device you wanted to connect through, touchscreen GOT, maybe you have a TSN module that has a port open that you'd rather connect to that way, it's more convenient, that's fine as well. So you have a lot of different ways to connect to the main CPU. They're all on the same backplane, so you can communicate regardless of where you're connected to. After that, you can go online, you can do your read, your write, your verify, whatever you prefer. Just give it a second to load up, and you can see here all the different things that you can configure. If you're specifically just looking to write the parameter and program, you can click that button and it'll update the checkboxes. You can also read, you can do a verify, compare what's in your program to what's on the PLC, and it will outline all the differences to a very minute detail. If you want to initialize the PLC, you can go into the CPU memory operation. This will tell you the device memory as well as the label memory and how much you've used. And you can also go and shift click both of these and do an initialize if you want to completely wipe the PLC back to factory settings. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Pretty easy. It differs from PLC to PLC with Mitsubishi, but for the most part, this is the process you'll be following. Like I said, do USB as much as you can. It makes life easy. But yeah, reach out if you have any questions. Again, my name is Brian Morrow. I am the Mitsubishi Product Specialist for Olympus Controls, and thank you for your time. Have a great day.